If you're still marketing your service business like it's 2024, you're already losing because the game has changed. Buyers are smarter, AI is also rewriting the rules, and the old ways of getting leads are just drying up fast. Your clients don't just see ads anymore. They research, compare, and make decisions before they even make that final click. So if your strategy still looks like it did last year, you're falling behind, and you might not have even realized it yet. Hey, I'm Cam Heesman from Campaigns You Love, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what's working right now in 2025 to attract qualified, ready-to-buy clients. Because it's not about shouting louder, it's about showing up in the right place with the right message at exactly the right time. At Campaigns You Love, we've helped service-based businesses just like yours embrace this shift, and the results have been insane. All right, let's talk about your new 24/7 business partner, AI. It doesn't sleep, it doesn't take breaks, and if you use it right, it can save you hours and generate serious growth. In 2025, AI isn't optional. It's how the smartest service-based businesses are getting ahead. So let me show you how to make it work for you, not against you. First up, content creation. You already know about ChatGPT, but here's what most business owners don't do. They don't train it to actually sound like them. With the right instructions, you can teach it your tone, your audience's pain points, and your signature process. Now, instead of generic content, it actually pumps out ideas and posts that actually sound like your brand. Now, you might need visuals to match. Canva is your design weapon. You don't need to be a graphic designer, just use their templates for social posts, presentations, reels, infographics, or whatever you need to stop the scroll and look professional while doing it. Next, automating your client experience, and this is where things get seriously fun. Hook up Calendly with Zapier, and suddenly your calendar becomes a machine. Someone books a call and boom, an email goes out. A follow-up gets queued and maybe a reminder text hits their phone in the next day. Do you want to take this to the next level? Well, use kit.com to send personalized videos to new leads via their email sequences. It feels personal, but the system does the heavy lifting. Trust me, this one's a game changer for engagement. Your video message in the email can explain the next steps and what to expect before they even attend the meeting. This will help you increase your show-up rate by putting a personal touch in your messaging. Now let's talk about your evergreen pitch. With EverWebinar, you can create an on-demand presentation that runs while you sleep. Whether it's client onboarding, lead nurturing, or a masterclass, people can watch it when it suits them and they can still interact. And finally, real-time performance tracking. If you want to keep your finger on the pulse of your business, check out a website called Sife. It pulls all your data, ads, email traffic, social into one simple dashboard. No more logging into 5 different tools to figure out what's actually working. Now let's talk about the real heart of service marketing, engagement. AI can help you scale, funnels can help you convert, but if you want people to trust you, to follow you, and to buy from you, you need to show up in a way that actually connects with them. And right now, the businesses that are winning are the ones that lean into authentic, consistent content that actually helps their audience. So here's what's actually working. First is short form content. Think 60-second transformation stories, real client wins in real time, or it could be quick tips that solve an immediate problem. You could also do the day in the life videos that make you actually relatable. You could do before and after shots that show the impact of your service. Now, these types of videos do the heavy lifting, educational, authority, and trust, all in under 1 minute. Next is behind the scenes. This is where the real connection happens. You've got to start letting people in. Show your process, share the messy middle, talk about the challenges that you've overcome, and when appropriate, show client collabs that highlight your working style. This isn't just about transparency, it's about trust. When people see the human behind the business, they're more likely to work with you. All right, next we want to create interactive moments because engagement is a two-way street. You want to run live Q&As around the pain points your clients actually care about. You want to host workshops or trainings that give them immediate wins. Use polls and surveys and mini challenges to get your audience involved and interested. If you're looking for a proven framework, our most successful clients use a 70-20-10 content split. So that's 70% educational content, 20% behind the scenes, and then 10% is the final promotional pieces. One of our clients in the financial space follows this to an absolute T. 3 educational reels each week, 1 behind the scenes story, and 1 promo every couple of weeks. That simple structure outperforms their old school ads by 3 to 5 times. So now that you understand the power of engagement, let's talk about action. Because let's be real, ideas are great, but implementation is what moves that needle. You don't need more fluff. You need steps that are clear, simple, do this now strategies that actually get results. So I'm going to break it down for you with 3 power-packed categories with actionable tactics that you can literally start using today. Pick 1 from each, apply it this week, and then watch what happens. First up, let's leverage AI-driven tools. This is all about saving time and scaling your marketing without hiring a massive team. Start by setting up a ChatGPT account with your brand voice. Feed it your tone, who your ideal clients are, and what your offer is. You'll be able to generate 20 content ideas in minutes. They will be tailored ideas and not generic. Next, we're going to get a little bit technical, but you can create a simple automation that's already templated in a program like N8N. There's some tools in there that allow you to create email drafts. So what I mean by that is if you're using Gmail or Outlook or any other email provider, you can connect those tools, and when someone sends you an email message, you can actually already have it create a draft for you. So when you go to reply, there's a draft sitting there waiting for you to edit and then send out. Another tip here is using Calendly with built-in reminder sequences. Just by doing this alone can increase your shot rate for consults by 35%. We've seen it firsthand. If editing video is holding you back, don't worry, you can use systems like Descript. What it'll allow you to do is you can edit the script to edit the video. So you don't really need to have any video editing skills to make this work for you. All right, so the next part of engagement is build content that converts. And no, not everything needs to go viral. It just needs to help. This is where you position yourself as the go-to expert by solving small, meaningful problems. Start simple. Document just 1 client win this week, even if it's just a small one. You could then also film 3 short videos, 60 seconds each, and just focus on 1 problem per video. If you get stuck, ask ChatGPT or Gemini to help you script them. Launch a Tuesday tip series. 1 tip once a week. It creates consistency and builds trust fast. And remember, video is dominating right now. In 2025, we're seeing video content get up to 40% more engagement than static posts. So lean into it. Third, you want to own your audience. Let me show you why this part is so important. This will make it super clear. All right, so I'm going to show you just a very simple graphic that I talked through with a lot of clients to explain this concept is that there's parts of the content that you own that you can bring people into your world. So let's start with a simple pyramid of how this can work. So we've got the top, we've got the middle. So at the top here, you've got your social networks. So you can have things like Instagram. If you're on Instagram, you could have TikTok if you're using TikTok. You could also use, let's say, Facebook as well. Now in the middle is where we have our landing pages. And then we also have things like our lead magnets as well. Now, when we get to the bottom part of here, this would be our email list and our community. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is because this is where you own the content. As soon as you get someone into your ecosystem from here, especially with the email list and the community that you build, you own this part. At any point in time, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook can be removed from you. It's not some content that you own. It's not something uploaded to a third-party application or a website. You own the content that you're going to be able to send out to your audience. All right, great. Once you've got those foundations in place, now you can nurture your audience properly. So let's get into how to actually do that. You don't want to build your business entirely on rented land. It's time to create assets that you actually control. Step 1, create a high-value lead magnet. Think templates, a masterclass, a checklist, or a guide, something that solves a quick problem for your audience. Step 2, start a simple weekly email. One helpful insight: make it 80% value, 20% promotion. People actually read that kind of content when it's useful. Step 3, launch a referral program. Reward your existing clients for sending the right people your way. If you're feeling bold, start a private community. Give your clients a place to connect, ask questions, and celebrate their wins. It builds loyalty like nothing else. These aren't just theories. These are exact strategies our clients are using right now to double and triple their results. Start small, pick one idea from each category, and just get moving. Because when you implement consistently, that's where the magic happens. Now let's talk about where things are actually heading, because if you're only focused on what's working right now, you're gonna fall behind fast. Here are the key trends shaping service-based marketing as we move deeper into 2025 and what you need to know about them. First, AI-powered personalization. We're talking about content that actually adapts to how your audience behaves. Platforms are now prioritizing relevance over reach. That means generic content is dead. You'll start seeing CRMs that tell you when to follow up and also how. You'll start to see email content that adapts based on what someone last watched. You'll see voice search becoming a real player in how people discover local services. If you haven't started optimizing your content to speak directly to individuals, this is your sign. Next, we're going to talk about social search optimization. Look, Google's still king, but platforms like TikTok and Instagram are quickly climbing the ladder. 64% of Gen Z now finds service providers through social search, not search engines. So here's what actually matters now. Using keywords in your captions and video transcripts. You need to be able to nail the first 3 seconds of your videos. Adapting SEO strategies based on each platform, and what works on Instagram doesn't always work on YouTube. So social platforms aren't just places to post. They're search engines at the moment in disguise. Let me draw this quickly for you to help. All right, let me just do a quick diagram for you of how I see these social channels are going to evolve into being search tools down the future. So we've got our social channels here. So let's say social channels. And it could be just, let's just say Insta. You could have Facebook, and you could have TikTok here as well. And then on the right-hand side, what we want to have is Google search. And then in the middle, we're going to have in here keywords, captions, and the first 3 seconds. And basically where you can see here where SEO actually meets. So in the center part here, you can find that Google search is now starting to show social channels. For example, you can check out, we could even put YouTube in here. But you're starting to see that YouTube searches are also coming up in your Google searches. They're also starting to show Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok Reels at the same time. When you're searching with keywords, they're also indexing the captions, and they're looking for hot content that's getting reach as well in the first 3 seconds. So where these are all starting to overlap is these platforms have this information. People are starting to use these platforms to search with these keywords. We're starting to see the platforms show results with these captions and get the right information to the people a lot faster than they've ever done before. All right, now let's talk about micro communities. Forget chasing a huge following. The smartest businesses are building small, curated groups for their ideal clients. You might be asking yourself why. Well, private groups are boosting client retention by up to 70%. Community created content is beating brand created content across the board. Peer recommendations are now the #1 source of new leads for many service businesses. If you want clients to stick around, create a space where they feel seen, heard, and like they belong. They are here to follow you as their expert and guide. They want that personal space with the community. And look, finally, let's talk about building trust. This is one of the biggest shifts we're seeing in 2025. The content that works now is not overly polished. It's not shot in a studio. It's the real, raw, honest kind. Transparency is winning over perfection. We're seeing simple, how we do it videos outperforming high quality produced ads. Clients are now recording their own stories, and those videos convert 5 times better than the brand made ones. Even longer videos are making the comeback because people want to understand the why behind what you actually do. Here's the thing, people don't want perfect anymore. They want real. They want to know who they're buying from. The more honest and open you are, the faster you build trust. And that's what leads to real results. And at Campaigns You Love, we've been helping our clients lean into this shift before their competitors even know what's happening. And that's how you stay ahead. Thanks for tuning in, and at the end of the day, tools and tactics are great, but it's your expertise, your message, and how you show up that really moves the needle. I'm Cam Heesman from Campaigns You Love. If you found this valuable, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And if you've got a question, drop it in the comments. I always make time to reply. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.